fuck you. I'm just joking. Today we're here to call out a Becky. No, I'm just kidding.
You can already see the vibe. Probably not the best way to start your video. I like the way she's saying, hey, look, I ain't mad at you, but keep my name out your motherfucking mouth. I'm subscribed to 2 different women, but in the same YouTube space of each other, right? One has over 1 million followers. The other one has over 100,000 followers. Whenever I come across these, content of these 2 women, I usually watch it because they talk about some sensible stuff. They usually talk about basically defending the man and also they have some videos that I'm like, you know what? They make a lot of sense. And then there's other videos where I'm like, I may not agree so much with it. And I usually follow people on YouTube that I disagree with just because I've mentioned this before on the podcast, in the early days of this podcast, that I am subscribed to people that I normally disagree with on YouTube just so I can get a different perspective of things. But these 2 women are women that I agree with half of what they say and the other half I don't. So, there's things that I take away from what they say, and there's other things that I'm just like, I kind of don't agree with. I never thought ever in a million years I would be talking about Roma and Taytay on my channel. But here I am because these 2 actually started beefing for a little bit. It's funny because we're going to get to what Roma is talking about. And again, Roma she kind of does some sly shit in her video, and like her demeanor is kind of weird. But again, it could all come from a good place. I mean, we can only go by what the words she's saying and how she's saying it, right? But we're gonna start off with Taytay. So again, these are 2 women in the same YouTube space. We're gonna talk about this whole Taytay and Roma thing because I do find this beef this very brief beef that they've had very entertaining. So.
I basically am getting accused of copywriting someone or copying someone's social media and whatever they're talking about when I don't even know who this person was until you guys have tagged me and stuff literally recently the last week, and I talked about it in a live, and still to this day been so fucking busy I haven't watched not one goddamn video of hers, not anything. But finally I get to see her. I thought she was mentioning me in a video maybe and liked my content and wanted to collab, but no, instead she added me saying that I'm copying her content. So now I'm going to show you the screenshot and then go into depth on how I feel about it.
All right, so Roma sends this to Tay, or at least tweets this out, I guess. She says, okay, so for the last week, I've gotten a lot of comments in regards to Tay stealing my content. Not familiar, but let me make something clear. I'm not here for recognition or self-serving reasons. I don't give a fuck if she's copying word for word because it's not my message, or quote unquote my message. It's ours. The more people to help make men feel a little safer and more appreciated, the absolute better. True or not, I'm confident in myself, and I know I've paved the way for women to speak about this stuff publicly without fear. So as long as my ideas and words are helping and inspiring, I don't care how it's spread. Thank you. Now, before we move on, I do want to say, I see videos all the time. I see YouTubers beef all the time when people say like, oh, you're copying this, you're copying that. Look, there's some people that really do go out there and copy other people's content. But I do believe that you can still talk about the same subjects, especially around the same time, especially when it's hot. Like, I know when I was talking about Woman King, everybody else on YouTube was talking about fucking Woman King. I did it because I saw on Twitter, oh, niggas starting to boycott this shit. Funny how when I'm saying it, alter all the, whatever, all that. But it's just, there's different ways of coming up with ideas for videos. There's different reasons people make videos and stuff like that. I think it's a waste of time to copy people's shit. I think you can still talk about the same topic as someone with millions of followers or hundreds of thousands of followers and still make it your own content, still give it your own words, still give your own opinion and your own perspective. There's a million things I love talking about, but there's half of them I don't even talk about them on this channel just because there's everybody else on YouTube's talking about it, and half of them I kind of agree with. So I'm like, there's no point in me wasting my time spending 2 or 3 hours on editing a video on something that's already on regurgitating something that somebody else said. That's probably why I don't make videos every single day. But with that being said, let's continue, because what Roma is saying in this message, I believe is very important, because she's not saying like, oh, fuck this person and all that other stuff. She's saying, look, I'm not here for self-serving reasons. She's saying, I don't care if the girl's copying me word for word. And then here's the most important part right here. She says, it's not my message, it's ours. She's more fixated on the betterment of her message, getting that message out there, rather than talking about, oh, this person's copying what I'm saying. Like, who cares? And on top of that, me personally, I don't think Taytay is copying Roma. Let's be. I personally don't think so.
Nice. I want to start my video off by saying I got a message, and I believe it's from the girl Roma Army. You guys have been messaging me and telling me collab with her, do this, do that, do whatever. And I am so down to collab with whoever. But I got a message or whatever, like a notification on my YouTube that she added me saying that I'm copying her content word for word. Like, could you imagine being on social media like me? I was never on social media, you guys. And if I ever did watch videos, I watched couple videos, skits, funny shit. I never watched red pill, blue pill, nothing. Everybody that I've been collabing with and meeting is all new to me. I don't know who anybody is. So when people contact me and they have millions of followers, they'll be like, oh, hey, Tay, I want to work with you. I don't know who the fuck they are. So it makes me...
You can tell she's very frustrated because, again, she's being accused of copying someone else's work. I can only speak on what I think, and I think that me looking at her channel and watching the videos that I've watched from her channel and watching the videos that I've watched from Roma's channel, I think the way they do things is sort of like, the topics obviously are the same, and the way they do things are the same, but what they say is completely different. Tay saying one thing, Roma saying another. Now, at the end of the day, do all roads lead to the same ending? Of course. I mean, they obviously preach the same message, but with different words. And I find both to be entertaining in their own different ways.
Laughed that somebody would accuse me of stealing somebody's content. And I'm going to explain something to you because, guys, I'm not upset or whatever. It just bothers me because in my eyes, her as a woman, she could have came to me and said, hey, Tay, like, people are saying that you're copying my content word for word, and been like adult about it. I feel like instead of adding me so everybody can see it, and then that's defaming my character when I'm not doing that.
I don't know if Roma actually did that, just did it publicly, but it seems like a public message because it does say edited. So it seems like it was like a comment or something. Or she like did it on Twitter or IG or something.
Kind of bothers me because if you take a look at my content, you would know whether I'm copying you word for word or not. Does that make sense? But I just wish that you guys can understand that there are some women out here that actually care about men. There are women out here who can't stand double standards. There are women out here who, I've told you guys before, I was raised by men. That's all I was surrounded by. And the one thing that bothers me is this girl has been on social media for I don't even know how long, probably years at this point, because I've seen her stuff now. She has 1 million subscribers. So you have to be on social media for a really long time.
I will say, though, I don't know how you would be in that space for this long, because even Tay's been in the space for quite some time. I don't know how you've never heard of Roma before. But again, I mean, we have to take her word for it. She's saying, hey, look, never heard of her. I don't have social media like that. I don't be on social media like that. I have a YouTube channel and that's it. So if that's what Tay's saying, we got to go by what the fuck she's saying.
People start up drama between people, correct? So why would you go believing that before you even got to know the person? I'm a whole person with feelings, guys. I'm a whole woman who's out here trying to actually be a therapist, actually help counsel couples to become better. So when I get discredited or have people do that, it takes credit to what I'm doing because I'm actually passionate about this. I actually have love for this. I'm not mad at Roma Arm or nothing like that. I would still collab with her, but I was like, dang, dude, this to me.
No, you're mad. I'd be mad too. Come on now. You got to at least admit you're mad. But I understand. This does, if you're looking to become a therapist or whatever the fuck, like, if you're looking to have a career in the shit that you're actually talking about, like, yeah, you have to take the shit personal. You can't let Roman start saying, you can't even have anybody use the word copying in your shit. I like the way she's saying, hey, look, I ain't mad at you. but keep my name out your motherfucking mouth.
I felt like it ruined my chances to be able to collab with her because of something like that. And then in all reality, like, I just feel like, damn, dude, you could have talked to me. You could have had a conversation. But yeah, to you, much love, Roma Army. God bless you in your journey and all that. I just wish that people from now on, if you guys ever have any questions or want to collab or say you guys don't agree with me or you don't like my content, I would love to debate with anybody. I'm a very understanding person, whether regardless of how I talk or how you guys perceive me. I love to hear people's criticism. I love to hear people what they think of me, things like that, and I can handle it.
Y'all see why I fuck with her, yo? Y'all see why I fuck with her? Yeah. And you disagree with me? We can talk about it. Cool, whatever. But you want to be mad at me? Kick rocks. Let's hear the other side of this, because now we're going to hear from Roma. You can kind of see in this video what her content is like. But again, I fuck with Roma and I fuck with Tay, so it's all love between these two and me. But you know me, man. I pick at the low-hanging fruit, bro. This was too easy for me to make a video about this.
Ladies and gentlemen, oh, you shouldn't.
By the way, this is obviously, as you can see, this is her response to Tay.
You. I'm just joking. Today we're here to call out a Becky. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just here to...
You can already see the vibe. Like, the two completely different vibes here between Tay and Roma. Like, probably not the best way to start your video in response to somebody who made a genuine video about not copying your fucking shit.
Clear up a few things, because this content creator, it's Taytay baby, did a video saying Roma Army said I'm copying her content, and I would just like to respond to it.
A few moments ago.
But I basically am getting accused of copywriting someone or copying someone's social media and whatever they're talking about when I don't even know who this person was.
Very weird flex, but okay.
I have to say, and gentlemen, please let me know if you guys have this same experience within like the men world, the manly world. I find that whenever there are two strong, empowering women with their own line of thoughts, society loves to try to pin them against each other for some reason. Okay, so I had noticed on my YouTube as well as my TikTok that people were leaving a lot of comments along the lines of, this content creator, it's Taytay B, is stealing your content. So I made this post on my YouTube community. I said, okay, so for the last week, I've gotten a lot of comments.
Okay, so this wasn't private. She made this public. Okay. Wow. So hey, Tay was right. She said you could have DM'd me, you could have sent something. Yeah.
Regards to it's Taytay B stealing my content. I should have put those around stealing, and I apologize. I'm not familiar because I hadn't seen her content before this post, but let me make something clear.
She just sunned her, yo. She was like, yeah, I haven't seen your shit.
Clear. I'm not here for recognition or self-serving purposes. I don't give a fuck if she's got...
So again, weird vibes coming from this chick. It's just like, your words are one thing, but the way you're saying them is like, are you throwing shade?
So as long as my ideas and words are helping and inspiring, I don't care how it's spread. Thank you. As I read it back, I can 100% hear how you may have taken that as me saying that you were copying my content. So I am sorry for not clarifying. I should have clarified that I had not seen your content. So that's why I use terms like true or not, or I'm unfamiliar, because I was unfamiliar. However,
she's like, who are you? So both of them were pretty much saying that they don't know who each other even are. And that the fans started this. Fucking YouTube fans started this. Or YouTube subscribers, whatever the fuck. Started this shit. Which I don't put it past them. But at the same time, Roma, fam. You did not send a DM. You did this in public. You mentioned Tay publicly before sending a DM. If even sending a DM at all at this point. Because all of this shit is public. All of this shit is in the comment section.
I checked out your content, and it's very clear to me that you're not copying my content from what I can see.
I thought I was going a completely different way. The vibe to me, the vibe from Roma is she's throwing shade without being clearly throwing shade. But like her demeanor is throwing shade, but her words aren't. She's saying, look, it's clear to me you're not copying my shit.
From what I can see, you have had your own personal set of experiences that has inspired you to speak on these issues, just like I have. So I think that this is a case of like two powerful women and society just like wanting to see some like cat drama shit show. But I like your work. I don't agree with everything you say as...
There you go. So at least she said it. She admitted, I like your work. I didn't know who you were before. I know who you are now. And I like your shit. Now, so that's all, honestly, that's all we really needed at this point. Because their message is too important, especially when it's involving us men. These are two women that, I'm not going to use the word Kate, but these are two women that actually come to, not that us men need any defending from women, but it's always nice to see women, a woman's perspective, knowing that a man does exist. Knowing that in 2022, we have women, we have a space for women to actually say, men exist, we need men in this world in 2022 still. And I'm glad there's two women that are at least in that space and aren't afraid to come out and actually talk about not only their experiences, but also talk about just the general perception of society and trying to instill the message of we need to protect men as well. And I like that because, as you guys know, my last video that I talked about, they ain't protecting the men at all. They're making men turn into women. So, again, like I said, it's nice to see two women stick up for men every once in a while. We can at least have two women do it, right?
I have different ideas just as you would, as we're two different people. But I agree with the message. I don't think that you're toxic. I don't think that you're a chameleon. I think that you do this because you love it. I think it's obvious that it's your...
Dang, she really have to say them words, though? Jesus Christ. I'm just kidding.
passion. And I was actually thinking about you last night. Now that COVID's over, I don't know where you're located, but I would love to do like a meetup in like a coffee shop or a restaurant. I can get my agent to get cameras together. We can do like a professional interview. We can interview each other, get familiar with each other's content, and then maybe like ask questions about things we disagree on and just have a progressive conversation so that...
I like that. I like that. That doesn't sound too bad. At first, I thought she was trying to jump her. Like, I don't know where you're located, but, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Y'all don't even, man. Look, I ain't here to instigate no shit like that, as you already know, man. I like both of these content creators. I want to see both content creators do their shit. I want to see them grow, continue to grow, because, again, the message is more important than anything, as well as I actually fuck with these two content creators, man. But anyways, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Hopefully I put you guys on to a couple of these women as well. In the meantime, man, make sure you guys hit that like, that subscribe, all that good shit. It's your boy Corn. It's Half-Ass Pod, and I am OUT.